I think it's a great example of Milton Keynes as well. We don't explain ourselves or our actions. We don't apologise for that. We will steal your football club.
Yes,
we will steal your Enigma code breaking, and you will just lie there and take it like the little bitches that you are. Because Milton Keynes is running the world.
Hello! Welcome to Believe. I'm Phil Green.
And I'm David Ferguson.
And this is a podcast all about the world's craziest mysteries and conspiracy theories, isn't it?
It is. Well, actually, I like to think of it as revealing the unbridled truth.
Yes, and sometimes it's about town planning. That's how exciting this podcast gets. If you enjoy this podcast, we would love it if you gave us a little 5-star review, wouldn't we?
That would be really nice because it's a collaboration and that's how you tell us that you like us.
Yes, listen to it. Go on to Spotify, Amazon, Apple, wherever you get your podcast. Give us a little 5 stars. Tell us how much you love us and we will love you back, won't we?
Yes, because it helps the algorithm and then we can grow.
Yes,
We
absolutely.
can grow together.
Grow together. Think about that. Think about what a wonderful thing you'll be contributing to this art. And this is art.
This is art.
Despite appearances, this is art. Now, we've sworn George in for this one.
Oh, we have. We have.
He's on the tech deck,
Yes.
ready to go.
He's on the tech deck, ready to go with a little concrete cow.
Absolutely. And who is today's fantastic guest?
Today's fantastic guest is, well, he's the judge in London's roast battle, Mark Cram.
Yes, the judge, jury, and executioner.
Indeed.
Yes. Mark is a fantastic comedian and MC. He's been on BBC Sounds and hosts Laugh Out Proud comedy nights. He's won and been a finalist in numerous comedy awards. He co-hosts the wrestling podcast Wrestle Club with one of our former guests, Sakisa, the wonderful Sakisa, and can be seen at comedy clubs all over the country. And he is a Roastmaster General as well.
He is, and I'm terrified of him.
Absolutely. And what is the myth, mystery, or conspiracy that Mark has chosen?
The Illuminati built Milton Keynes.
The Illuminati built Milton Keynes.
Yeah.
MK.
JK.
Jake. Let's do this.
Get out of the rabbit hole.
It's a fake. Every single bird in the sky is a robot.
It's fiction.
Doubt your government.
It's an urban legend.
Like, if they're actually spraying something in the sky?
No way.
A stream of absurdity.
It's a total fabrication.
Welcome to the podcast, Mark Cram!
Oh God, I'm not going to be able to match this level of energy.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh no, we lose our enthusiasm quickly.
Okay.
Don't
Can I
worry.
just say, 2 days ago, I couldn't speak. I didn't have a voice at all. So this is doing all right, actually, that level of energy. It would normally be louder, in fairness to you.
You do have a sexy husky quality. So
Thank you very much.
You'll bring it to the podcast.
If I could sustain this for indefinitely, that'd be great, but it will go.
I love a white guy saying that he didn't have a voice.
Do you?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, because that's not true.
Okay.
Are you somehow suggesting that white men are not the most marginalised?
As a what's like a straight man,
time will come again.
bisexual man,
Yes.
Yeah.
gay man. So
Yeah.
it's an evolution.
It's an evolution.
Walking Kinsey scale, if you were to believe to that sort of thing.
What's George?
Oh, just pure animal.
Just pure animal. Yeah. he's the origin.
It's the origin.
Yeah.
Surely he's bi-curious, George.
Yeah. Nice.
I've stolen that joke from something. I don't
That's
know
fine.
what.
It's fine. We'll pass it off as your own. Why not? It's good. Very good. Last time you guys saw each other was the roast battle or not?
Yeah, roast battle. We were you were emceeing.
Yep.
and,
Yeah.
I had a great time. I really had a great
You did have a good time. I think you should have won. And I say that Carla Ridden, who is a friend of the podcast, who did very well, but I felt he was a
well, I would if I didn't feel that I'd done well, I wouldn't be doing it again. Cause
yeah, that's true.
I just want
we
easy
couldn't
wins.
look at Mark's face.
Yeah.
As host of the show, I have to remain impartial. I don't get to vote, but I think David should have won.
Thank you.
We love you, Cal. We love you.
Mainly because I'm a guest on David's book.
It's the percentage of like great, because that was a great roast battle. That was a really good one. In fact, that whole night was they were all
That was
really
a good night, that
It was a
night,
good
yeah.
strong night. What's the percentage of like really good ones to like absolute shockers?
If we have 5 on a show, there's usually 2 great ones
Yeah.
and 1 absolute shocker.
Okay.
Which will either be people that are new to it completely because it's a skill you have to learn to do.
Yeah.
Or it will be people that just have not put the level of effort into the preparation.
Okay.
A lot of people, I'll just write it on the day, those
Yeah,
kind of-
yeah.
You think it's going to be really easy, but it's not just insulting people. It's the jokes that tend to do better are actually the more harmless ones. Like the audience tends to respond better to them.
Oh, really?
A lot of the time, yeah.
So not the really, really dark ones.
If people like clever,
Yeah,
more than
yeah.
they like dark. But dark always has its place at roast battle. But
Yeah.
if it didn't, it wouldn't be roast battle. But there we go.
That's very, very true. Very true. For the benefit of the audio, roast battle, if you don't know, is how would you describe it?
It's comedians making fun of each other for the audience's enjoyment.
Yeah.
They get 5 jokes each, so they get a chance to rebut, and then the judges decide who wins. And the judges don't care what the audience thinks, because the audience's opinion doesn't matter.
and they do make that very clear.
Yeah. I don't get to decide. I'm in with the audience as well. Like, I've never got to cast a vote ever.
Have you ever been on the panel?
I've been on the panel when I've been too drunk to MC it, which is a real line you have to get to with Roast Battle. Like, that is a show I do pretty drunk most of the time.
Yeah, because it is late, isn't it? It's 11 o'clock at night or something like that.
It used to be back in the day. It used to be a real comedians hangout. It has sort of mellowed off a little bit now, but it used to be like people would go and then we'd all go drinking afterwards. But comedians all got a lot more sensible now, I think.
Yeah, once the gig's done, I don't hang around anymore. I have to go home. I'm too tired.
I think that's just age, though.
I don't want to admit
That is true, though. I remember early roast battles in the Bill Murray. It was a hang. Everyone would come from whatever gig they were doing in London to either be in or watch the roast battle.
There was the cynical element of that was when the TV show used to be on. The TV producers from Comedy Central used to be in there because they used to audition people on the show, so people would want to get some face time. But of course, the worst time to get face time with TV producers is when you're fucking off your own.
Yeah, true.
You've not made a good impression, guys.
And you haven't written good jokes.
Like when they said to me, like, "Oh, you're great." It's like, put me on the show. Like, obviously not.
That's nice.
You're not good for TV.
That's very sad. I'm glad that this goes out on YouTube.
I'm very aware.
And you, the WrestleMania podcast, you record that here?
Wrestle Club UK.
Wrestle Club,
We've recorded it in various places, but we will. I'd love to record it here. It's a very nice studio.
Yeah.
Plug whatever the studio's called.
Streamline Studios.
Streamline Studios.
Yes.
It's very
we
nice
love them.
But yes, I do a wrestling podcast with Sakisa of Live at the Apollo and other TV show fame.
Yes.
Love
and some complete losers who have no profile. Not worth plugging. I love you guys, but what are you going to do for me? Nothing. Like, I'm going to ride Sakisa's coattails as far as they will take me.
Yes, at a previous guest of the podcast, of course. What got you into wrestling? And we're not talking about wrestling, but what got you into it?
I've been into wrestling since I was a little kid. You know, though, like when you're a little kid and there's lots of people like wrestling. Were you into wrestling?
Yeah. When I was a kid,
You were wrestling?
No, I'm too old.
No, but everyone in my generation sort of was the Attitude Era and everyone was into
Yes.
it. And I just sort of never grew out of it. I think the way you appreciate it changes over time.
You
look into all the nuances of how it works and stuff like that, and you start looking at it more critically, and then you try and monetize that.
How's that part going?
Terribly badly. But I do a lot of work with companies like Purpose Wrestling and stuff like that. I've done some commentary.
Oh, nice.
And some ring announcing as well, which
Yeah.
all bucket list things I've got to do
That's
at the back
awesome.
of doing the podcast.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's like, you know, when you're like, I can't wrestle because I'm not physically gifted, but I can talk about it and I can shout, I can announce wrestlers. That's been great.
To get to MC, roast battle and live wrestling must be, that must be the most fun elements of emceeing generally.
Yeah, I enjoy the little niches I've carved out for myself in that. So I do my own queer comedy brand and art senses. So that's a very different sort of emceeing. And then it's roast battle, which is a very different sort of thing. Then there's a lot of wrestling based stuff. So basically I've managed to combine all the things I enjoy, you know, wrestling, cock.
Yeah.
And people making fun of each other. That's pretty much what I
Nice.
grew up enjoying, and I've carried that into my adult life nicely.
What a brand.
There was less cock as a kid.
So
Not none.
different podcast. Mr. Conspiracies and that kind of thing. What do you think of them?
I love the whole lore around conspiracy theories. I love the minds of people that really delve down into them and love every aspect of them. I find if people believe one conspiracy theory, they tend to believe kind of all of them. I'm more
We see the truth.
Yeah, but I am more fascinated by those people who seem completely rational, but then have that one conspiracy theory
Yes,
they believe.
absolutely.
Like a friend of mine growing up, her dad, completely rational man, very normal, doesn't believe we landed on the moon.
We didn't.
And is adamant we didn't land on the moon. But won't believe any other conspiracy theory, just that one.
As in, we've never been to the moon.
I'm not sure about never, but the initial moon landings he firmly believed were fake.
Okay.
Like, we all watched the documentary in his house with him. You know, the one that had the guy from the X-Files narrating it every now and again. And he was adamant that this was all true in this documentary. And NASA always had to do that tweet every time it airs, going, "Here are the reasons why none of these arguments make sense." You just feel like the exasperated social media guy at NASA going, "Oh, this shit again."
Yeah, being NASA's social media manager in this day and age must be a fucking nightmare.
Well, they've closed like 11 of their websites. They've
Well, NASA?
Yeah. You know, they're like the public-facing website.
Is that a Trump thing? Is that funding?
No. It was because NASA gets huge amounts of money, and they're also a brand name. You know, like they make money. Like, but they've closed loads of their stuff because it's the constant furore over this and that. But however, I believe the footage that we look at of the moon landing was done by Kubrick or someone else.
Oh, the Kubrick
argument. I'm not saying we didn't go to the moon, because I've looked through a telescope and seen the reflector on the moon. Like I would we definitely made contact with the moon, but that footage, it's theater.
You don't like the bouncy Neil Armstrong footage?
No, I've watched it all.
Wavy flag.
Yeah,
No.
the wavy flag makes sense to me because it's vibration.
Yeah.
But
Do you think the posture of astronauts is quite camp, the way they bounce around as well? Because the arms are always sort of here, and they're always it's half Thunderbird, half gay man.
Well, exactly. It's almost insulting. Almost insulting.
There's nothing gayer than going to the moon.
Yeah, Neil Armstrong is so homophobic.
But it's also like Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin. Like they like, I think it's Buzz Aldrin says that every time you ask him what it was like going to the moon, he says we've never been.
Yeah.
He does say this, and it's not like, hey, I'm fucking with you. It's
but he did punch a conspiracy theorist that told him that they never gone to the moon, didn't he?
Yeah.
Which I quite like about him.
If you're going to get punched by someone, Buzz Aldrin's quite a good person to get punched
absolutely
by.
great
That's
story.
one for the CV.
Yeah.
I've never been punched by a celebrity.
What, yet?
But
you are putting yourself in environments where that could happen.
Yes.
Actually, to be fair, I think Sakisa has punched me. Then again, I've thrown up on her, so...
Well, that's nice. That's nice. What a night.
I think that was the same night.
Was it?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Might be the same incident, in fact.
Who's your favourite wrestler, by the way? I didn't ask.
Who's my favourite wrestler? Oh, God, that's a question. Of all time, Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig probably was my favourite all time. When I was a kid, I loved Tatanka. If you remember, so he was a Native American wrestler, and I adored Tatanka.
Okay.
Yeah, he was my guy growing up. And then like The Rock when I was a teen.
The Rock was amazing though. Like I was an adult. Wrestling meant nothing to me. I didn't have any association with anybody with it. And even I knew about The Rock and what The Rock was cooking and all that. Like he crossed that over.
He's also the only celebrity ever to get breast reduction surgery and then get more famous afterwards. Usually it's
Did he? I didn't know that.
Yeah, but he had overdeveloped pectorals, so he had them taken out.
That's really good knowledge.
Yeah.
Was that before or after he was on Star Trek Voyager?
I think it was before Star Trek Voyager when he rock bottom 7 of 9.
Yeah. Right,
Did he?
Yeah, 7 of 9 has to fight in an arena, and it's one of my favorite episodes.
It
I
is
freaking love it.
extremely contrived just to get The Rock to be in it.
Is he? Hang on. Is he on as The Rock, or is he playing?
He does the eyebrow, but he's got like his typical Star Trek alien.
Okay. So he's okay, right?
With something on his forehead.
Yeah,
so he's a humanoid, but not a human.
But it was very much riding the coattails of The Rock being very, very popular at the time. And there was like, how do we shoehorn a plot to have 7 and 9 fight someone?
I love how dated those things are when you look back on them 20 years later. You remember how current something was at the time.
Jerry Ryan's still looking good though.
Yeah, she
I
does
love
look
Jerry
great.
Ryan. She's a great actress, and also, my God, she's so beautiful.
Yeah. 7 of 9 was a very big part of my formative
I
years.
adore it. 7 of 9 is my favorite fictional character.
Wrestling conspiracies, and we're not talking about this in this episode, but I'm just interested because you're here. Do you buy into some of those or not?
Well, the biggest one, not so much conspiracy, is the Montreal screw job is the one, and there's a lot about it which seems like it should be fake, but everyone insists it's real.
Yeah.
And it was a real thing that happened. All I'm saying is, if you have ever seen it, there's a bit where Bret Hart mimes the letters WCW on the screen and they don't cut the camera away,
Right.
which strikes me as a very odd thing to do if it's real.
Okay.
But I firmly believe it is real, but I can see why some people would think it isn't. Mm-hmm. But they basically, if you're not familiar with the story, they screwed their own. Bret Hart was leaving WWF to go sign for WCW, who was their biggest competitor in the late 90s. And Bret Hart still had the title. He refused to lose it to Shawn Michaels on his last night. So they rang the bell early, said Shawn Michaels won, and then that's the Montreal screw job.
Okay.
So it was, in a world of fake fighting, they made it even faker.
But given we're still talking about it, what's it been, 20 years?
1997
Yeah.
Survivor Series.
Wow,
Coming up
okay,
on
so nearly 30 years,
Nearly
and we're
30.
still talking about it now. It's whatever it is, it's worked.
It was the defining moment of the wrestling industry in the late 90s because it made Vince McMahon, who is in real life a very bad man.
Yeah.
It made it, but in the plot, it made him this villain because he'd screwed Bret, and now he became this character who was the evil maniacal owner, which gave way to the Stone Cold Steve Austin stories of the late 90s and all that, and made probably what ironically killed WCW was the success of WWF off the back of that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good story.
I mean, wrestling I could talk about for years.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about something more important like Milton Keynes.
My hometown, baby.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Actually, I see, when you picked this one, I did wonder if that was the reason why. So you're from Milton Keynes?
I grew up in Milton Keynes. Yeah.
Okay.
I lived there for 29 years.
Okay.
So I know,
that's a long innings.
I know all the facts about Milton Keynes.
Okay. Do you love it?
Do I love Milton Keynes? I will always have a soft spot for Milton Keynes. I think it's a very boring place to be if you're an adult with no children, but it's a great place to raise a family. It's that kind of vibe.
Okay.
Lots of green spaces, lots of like things to do, but not many bars to go drink in or something. It's very family oriented. It's a commuter town.
Yeah.
Equidistant between Birmingham and London.
Yeah.
They filmed a lot of the first Superman movie there.
The fourth Superman movie. Fourth, Superman before the Quest for Peace.
No. The first one. There's 2 shots in the original Superman.
I thought it was the fourth one because they used the train station as the UN.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because it was a futuristic looking building. Genuinely, they installed loads of flagpoles so they could do the UN, and they're still there. Just they've got no flags on.
That's amazing.
But they never bothered to take them down.
I've been to Milton Keynes once where I stayed. I've got friends there, and they brought me to see the flagpoles.
Yes, the flagpoles.
So, because I wouldn't shut up about it.
Superman 4 is the one where they slashed the budget, right? That's one where they had no money.
Yeah,
It's
like,
one with
a camcorder.
So Christopher Reeve basically took creative control, and he had this whole thing about wanting to rid the world of nuclear weapons, and which is a noble thing.
Yeah.
And the whole plot revolves around Superman like stealing all the nuclear weapons in the world and throwing them into the sun.
And then fights Nuclear Man.
Yeah.
I quite like Nuclear Man.
Yeah. I quite like
Nuclear Man was he's as good as Superman.
He is as good as Superman. Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's no Richard Pryor, but it was all right.
That's a good movie.
I like Superman 3.
Superman 3, silly, stupid movie, and then it has one of the most horrific things ever to happen in a movie
With
ever.
the robot.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
With I've forgotten her name, but she's a jazz superstar. I've forgotten her name. I can't remember her name.
It doesn't matter. Anyway, so
done
Milton Keynes was built by the Illuminati. Milton Keynes, one of the United Kingdom's most distinctive post-war new towns, has attracted an unusual amount of speculative mythology. Among the most persistent fringe theories is the idea that the town was intentionally designed by the Illuminati, a shadowy, supposedly world-influencing secret society. So, growing up, was this something that was like? Did people talk about this in Milton Keynes?
Not like when you were a kid, but it's something that it becomes part of the lore. Like we all sort of know about it as adults.
Okay.
It was a thing that was out there, and to the extent we even the town itself started trolling the idea. After a little while. We'll get into that in a bit. But it was knowledge amongst adults. It's not well known, but if you do a little bit of research on it, there are loads of videos on the internet. There used to be a guy called Benjamin the Hospital Porter on YouTube, and his videos only had about 130 views, but I was obsessed with them. Because he would just he visited Milton Keynes a few times, and he'd just go around pointing out things that meant it was the Illuminati.
Nice.
And some of them a little bit, you think, oh, maybe, and others are just ridiculous. Like he was like, oh, look at this.
I love those YouTube videos. That's my favorite type of YouTube video.
There was one point where he's pointing at they've got like pictures of owls. We've got statues of owls on some of the ledges in the city centre. And he's going, oh, the owls are a symbol of the Illuminati. It shows that they're watching you. Or they're there to scare pigeons away, mate. Whichever one you want. whichever one you think it is. But
it's interesting because I had no idea about this one, but as soon as you said it, I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
If you were going to pick a town that you think would be built by the Illuminati, of course that would make sense. Of course it would be a town like that. What do you think?
Well, it's not the only town that's been built by
No,
the
it isn't.
Illuminati.
Absolutely not. No.
Like Washington, D.C. Mm-hmm. It's like
well, there's towns and cities all over the world that are allegedly being built by the Illuminati, aren't they?
Yeah. Like London City. Like, you can walk around, you can see all the Illuminati stuff, all the Freemasonry stuff.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But basically because Freemasonry is based in London. So.
Yeah.
But we are leaving a lot of clues in plain sight in Milton Keynes.
Yes.
Well, if you believe what they're telling you. So
Yeah, well, that is very true. So the association between Milton Keynes and the Illuminati appears to stem from a confluence of factors: the geometric layout of the town, particularly its grid road system, central business district, and roundabouts, which some interpret as containing occult symbolism. The era of its construction in the late 60s and early 70s, a period marked by a public distrust in government, technocracy, and large-scale social engineering projects, and the modern mythologizing of the Illuminati, which expanded dramatically in popular culture in the 80s and 90s, attaching itself to architecture, logos, and any geometrical form that could be read symbolically. So this is, I guess, what you're talking about with like the owls and that kind of stuff. Yeah. I mean, the layout of the town, is that not just was designed to be practical.
Milton Keynes is the best planned town in terms of traffic flow you will ever see.
Yeah.
The roundabouts, there is never a traffic jam in Milton Keynes.
Right.
Like, Milton Keynes, I know everyone in the world thinks Milton Keynes is the most boring town in the world, and it is, but genuinely traffic flow is one problem we do not have.
Yeah.
We have bicycle routes that parallel on roadways to all the roads.
Yeah.
We have all the roads in a grid system. You can't get lost. There are H roads and there are V roads, and they're all separated by roundabouts, and traffic just flows constantly no matter how busy the roads are. It is an incredibly well-planned town. Every single estate is contained within each gridded square. Some of them are industrial, some of them are for schools, some of them for business districts. And it's like, if you built a town on like SimCity, this is the town you would build. It is 100% the best planned town ever. And apparently that means the Illuminati were involved. And to be fair, the Illuminati, they get shit done. And that does back it up, if anything.
Can I say that was an outstanding sales pitch?
Thank
that was
you.
really, really...
I am here for the Milton Keynes tourism board.
Really, that was excellent. It's interesting though, isn't it? Because I guess when you live in a town and you grow up in a town where actually things function like that, and then you move to, I don't know, anywhere in London.
Try driving somewhere in London.
Yeah. You probably do go, it's a bit boring, but at least stuff kind of works.
Yeah, it works. It's a functional town. And that, by the way, is the best thing you can say.
So the real Milton Keynes Development Corporation, established by the UK government in 1967, made no secret of its aims to relieve housing pressure in London and build a modern, efficient, decentralised urban centre. Yet the very transparency and ambition of this project created fertile ground for reinterpretation by those who predisposed to scepticism of large-scale planning. I love that the real Milton Keynes Development Corporation does sound quite evil.
It does sound quite
yeah.
And MK Ultra, that's all in there as well.
Very true.
So the main thing with the H and V roads is the biggest, I believe it's one of the H roads, goes directly along the summer solstice.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So this is where they really got that. And that's called Midsummer Place.
Right.
There is the two roads parallel to that. On one side one's called Child's Way, and the one on the other side is called Port Way. Now, what that means, according to the conspiracy theories, is that midsummer relates to midsummer murder.
Yeah.
So you are murdered on midsummer.
Okay.
And then there is Child's Way, which is a child sacrifice, and then there's Port Way because you open the portals of hell.
That's outstanding stuff.
There is depth on this.
Oh, wow, that is amazing.
There is a building on Midsummer Place called Midsummer Place, whatever it's called, shopping centre.
Yeah.
And it is shaped like the Eye of Ra.
Yeah.
And there's a hole in it where during the summer solstice, the sun shines directly through that hole.
That is outstanding.
And so basically, that is how the prophet. So basically, once the sun goes through the Eye of Ra, that's when the portals of hell are supposed to open after the child has been sacrificed. So you say it's not true, but then you then you start lining up the facts. You're like, okay,
that's a ritualistic. Yep, definitely.
Yeah, but I mean that is by design, right? So the fact that it's by design, that's mental.
There's a lot of clues in there as well. Yeah. I mean, we call it Midsummer Place. We're not hiding it.
It's a good, it's a good strong name. Are you still friends with people from Milton Keynes?
I'm still friends with all my.
Do you know people who believe this stuff?
No, not one person. Not one person that lives in Milton Keynes.
Okay, believes it.
But people that come to Milton Keynes and make videos about it are obsessed with it.
Right. Okay.
David Icke loves it. He's a big part of that one. He loves it. David Icke is a big fan of the Milton Keynes.
Yeah. You were saying this, yeah.
Also, and that and the headquarters is supposed to be Milton Keynes. Because if you're a global superpower, you wouldn't put your headquarters in New York or Tokyo or Beijing. You'd think Milton Keynes, just north of the Watford Gap.
Yeah.
That's where we're going to do this.
Good transport links, under the radar. I get it.
It's a great commuter town.
Yeah.
The Illuminati needs to get shit done.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But I guess in some ways you might, because it's not a town that draws attention to itself particularly, apart from these YouTubers going.
We fucking try to. The things we've done over the years. Superman 4 or Superman 1, depending on which Superman we're talking about. Cliff Richard filmed the video for Wired for Sound in our shopping centre. That's the one where he's roller skating about.
Yep,
Seen that? That's in Milton Keynes Shopping Centre. We have the largest indoor ski slope in Europe.
I think I did know that. Yeah. I think I'd read that somewhere.
Didn't Eddie the Eagle Edwards train there, or am I making that up?
No, this was way after Eddie the Eagle's time. Yeah. We also have the longest shopping centre in the UK. Not the biggest, the longest.
Nice.
Which is...
Well, where I live has the longest market in Europe, so Walthamstow Market. So I'm down for things being long.
Yeah, where I live in Tooting has the longest swimming pool in the UK.
Yeah.
Look, I'm drawn to long things.
Very clearly. Very clearly. So conspiracy theories highlight several architectural features. So like you said, the central shopping building and surrounding public art, which some claim evoke Masonic, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's right, Masonic or occult shapes. The street layout, where the grid pattern is interpreted as hiding codes or sigils, as you said.
Mm-hmm.
The linear parks and boulevards, which are sometimes portrayed as deliberately aligned with astronomical events. I mean, it's adding up. It really is.
Well, to be fair, they are deliberately aligned with astronomical events.
Exactly,
the question is whether that means anything or not.
Yeah, but I guess you've really got to think that through, haven't you? I mean, why would you do that? Unless it means something to you as a designer.
I mean, I think it was just architecturally interesting.
Yeah.
I think that's why they did it.
Maybe that was it. We just thought, well, we can't. We're going to struggle to make this interesting, so let's make it a talking point.
Because we're not allowed big buildings in Milton Keynes. Nothing's allowed to be over a certain height because that was the vision for the town. So everything has to be kind of flat. So all our buildings are interesting rather than big.
Right.
So we have like this Snowdome is like this beautiful oval like building. We had the place called the Point, which was a pyramid, which doesn't help us in the old Illuminati.
It does not.
But that was one of the UK's first multiplex cinemas. That's still there now, but it's completely disused and empty building. So we just got this red pyramid sitting in the middle of town. Oh, nice. Again, which doesn't know us. And we built another pyramid on top of a big hill, which again goes down to summer solstice.
Yeah,
we don't help ourselves with it. It's almost self trolling. And when I started to believe that we are fully aware of this rumor, and as a town we started trolling them, was for literally no reason we built statues of the characters from Eyes Wide Shut.
Okay, yeah, that's creepy.
There is literally no reason to have done it, other than either A, we are pagan Illuminati members, or we are aware of that and we just think it's really funny.
It is very funny.
Yeah.
Was Eyes Wide Shut in Milton Keynes?
Not at all. There is literally no reason to have built statues for the characters in the mask from Eyes Wide Shut.
That's what makes it so brilliant.
Other than that, we just did.
Yeah.
And this was well after the rumors were out there.
Do you enjoy the fact that they're kind of leaning into it?
Oh yeah, I wish we'd do it more. I wish we would really play up to it. I reckon we should drop more and more. Because if you are trying to hide an organisation, the thing you should really do is drop loads of clues. That your organization
hiding in plain sight. I am more persuaded now that this is built by the Illuminati than I was when I sat down.
Okay.
So, and it's just from what you're saying.
Well, maybe I'm in on it, David.
See, that's what I'm
They
thinking.
all are.
Yeah.
They all are.
They are.
They.
And we stole Wimbledon's football team.
Yes, you did. And I was a Wimbledon fan as a kid, so let's not get into that.
I live literally right next to Wimbledon Stadium now.
Fuck's sake.
I volunteer at the food bank nearby, and
nice.
and all the Wimbledon people they like collect a lot of the food. And I was talking to a guy who works there, and he was just like, we're talking about football, and we're like, I support Arsenal. Oh yeah, and he goes, where are you from before you came to London? I was like, I don't want to say. there is a real visceral hatred of Milton Keynes in Wimbledon.
There really is. Yes.
So Wimbledon are in many ways anti-Illuminati.
Yes.
Yeah,
they were very
the
angry.
Wombles.
Could be.
So I don't understand this. So Wimbledon had a football team and Milton Keynes
stole it.
Yeah, so is it Wimbledon football team in Milton Keynes, or is it now Milton Keynes?
So
football team?
the Milton Keynes Dons playing in Milton Keynes, and now Wimbledon have sort of become AFC Wimbledon, and they're now, ironically, I think, in the league above Milton Keynes now.
Yeah.
So
a new team started. It was just early 2000s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So Wimbledon moved to. Wimbledon, bear in mind, had a tiny fan base in the first place, right? So the idea that somehow they would take this from Wimbledon to Milton Keynes was ambitious in the first place. That never happened. So I think MK Dons grew like its own local fan base.
And it's not worked out. They've got a 30,000 seater stadium, which has about 7,000 people.
Exactly, yeah.
But the Illuminati wanted a football team, and we fucking got one.
Fucking did. Absolutely. What the Illuminati wants.
It was going to be them or Luton.
Yeah. So then sort of grassroots football teams got created, which was AFC Wimbledon, and a lot of rich local people invested in it. It's gone on up and up and up over the years, and now it's in, I can't remember which league it's in, but it's in one of the
Ironic. I think they're in League One, and AMK Dons are in League Two.
Yeah.
So they've ironically overtaken the team that was stolen from them in the first place.
But the anger has not gone away.
No, it's really visceral. There's a few comedians just bought Wimbledon who, if I bristle when I say I'm from Milton Keynes, I'm not a Milton Keynes Dons fan in any way.
Yeah.
But they bristle that even that I'm from Milton Keynes.
I kind of get that though, because I mean, I wasn't a huge football fan. I just followed them. But I think if that's your team and you've gone there every Saturday and you're a kid, and suddenly somebody moves it to Milton Keynes or anywhere else, really.
Although to be fair, the team was either going to move to Milton Keynes or go under. Those were
that
the
is
only
true,
two
that is
options.
true.
It was, but yeah, it still irks people. I understand.
Yeah.
Understand it will, especially when they claim to have won the FA Cup. That's you know what? Neither one of you have won the FA Cup. Grow up.
Okay, we're going to get more comments about that than this, I think. Architectural features misinterpreted as symbols. So the concrete cows. Created by artist Liz Lay in 1978, the concrete cows are often cited jokingly or sometimes seriously by conspiracy theorists as ritual symbols or guardians of the town's boundaries. In reality, the sculptures were a playful commentary on local identity and perceptions of rural life, not esoteric icons. But they would say that.
Can I just say, I fucking hate Liz Lay, as does everyone who grew up in Milton Keynes.
Really?
Because the stick we take for the symbol of our town being some shitty statues of a concrete cow.
They are shit.
That were meant to symbolise the balance between infrastructure and farming. That was the land city versus country.
Do you think she just hated the town?
I think she must have been something. She was upset about something.
Yeah.
And also, like, they commissioned that artwork and everyone went, I don't know if have you seen them?
Yeah.
Have you been to them?
Not all of them, but I've seen them when I've been in Milton Keynes.
There is literally no artistic interpretation. They are literally just cows.
Yeah.
There's nothing arty about them.
They're all different, right? They're all different.
They are all slightly different cows.
Yeah.
I think there's 12 of them.
Right.
They've been moved a couple of times because they kept getting vandalised.
Has anyone ever nicked one?
Yes.
Yeah, that's impressive.
One had its head smashed off.
Like,
and I don't regret it. They're just like, whenever you say you're from Milton Keynes, they bring up two things. It's the roundabouts, which I don't know why people have a problem with.
yeah, I know.
But you can't defend the concrete. They are really shit.
They are really shit.
And it's the symbol of our town. But they're just so crap. Look.
You seen these?
I vaguely, I don't really particularly remember them. But
People go to Milton Keynes to go to all the cows, don't they? They actually...
Very sad people.
Yeah, very sad people.
We don't even go see them. Whenever you live in your town, you don't go to the tourist destinations, but there's really no... They're also not near anything. You have to drive like 15 minutes to go.
Oh, really?
Look at these cows.
Okay.
And my dad took me once when I was a kid, I think, because you have to go, and it's like, there's that.
Thanks, Dad.
You go there, and you can go to the Enigma Museum in Bletchley, which is really good. You should actually go to the Enigma Museum. That's fantastic. Because we also broke the Enigma code in Milton Keynes.
Very good.
Technically, we didn't exist as a town before then, but we built around it.
Well, you clearly got an FA Cup, so yeah.
We've got an FA Cup, we broke the Enigma code. All our accomplishments are stolen from other people.
The MK Peace Pagoda. By the Buddhist order, the Peace Pagoda on the shore of Winnan Lake is sometimes misreinterpreted in conspiracy forms as a power, site, or energy node. Its true purpose is entirely spiritual and pacifist. Milton Keynes simply offered land and support to a religious community looking to promote peace.
Well, I'm going to confirm it is an energy generator.
Okay.
I think it did get struck by lightning once, and that really didn't help people's view of it.
Yeah.
But it is. That, by the way, is one of the most beautiful things in Milton Keynes.
Really?
It sits on a lake. It's a beautiful pagoda. You can sit in there and you can meditate and you can chill out, and it's very quiet around that area.
Have you done that?
I haven't, because my brain doesn't work with meditation. There's too much happening in here all the time.
Okay.
None of it positive. If I stop thinking and talking, then my brain just... Let's face it, I wouldn't do it.
Why you're an MC.
Yeah, like I can't not talk. Otherwise, bad things will happen to me and everyone around me. Which is not what we want for a peace pagoda.
Fair point.
But it is. But yes, it's if under the peace pagoda, I believe there's meant to be gears that spin, which generate power.
Yeah.
To what end? I've never quite found out.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure the Illuminati would have access to electricity. I don't know why they need to generate extra electricity.
Yeah, but if you could do it in style.
Yeah.
and there's other types of energy as well.
You know, you think it's like a satanic energy sort of.
Well, etheric energy.
I mean, who would you hide Satanism behind? The Buddhists, the least likely people to be involved with Satan.
True.
Because they don't have any divine figures. Yeah, no gods. So
Is Buddha not a god? I don't know.
See, there's a big long conversation, but the Northern Irish the Christians coming out with me about like, yes, Buddha is a god, you worship God. But
So you'd recommend the Peace Pagoda, not the cows.
Wouldn't recommend the cows.
Okay.
And ironically, the Buddhists would recommend the cows. So
Good point.
Oh,
Very
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Very good. So the MK Rose, this outdoor ceremonial space in Campbell Park, with its radial stone pillars and calendar-based alignment, has been seized on by some as evidence of astronomical ritualism. It was designed as an inclusive civic monument where multiple communities would commemorate significant dates from World Poetry Day to Armistice Day without adhering to any single tradition.
Yes, so that was built, I think, about 2005.
I've got the date, but yeah, I think it's recent.
Round about, so that's fairly recent. It's a big circle,
Yeah.
and there are pillars on it, and each pillar relates to a different significant date, either relating to Milton Keynes or the country as a whole. So the things like the Jubilee will be on there, but
Okay.
maybe like Marshall Amps was founded because that's basically based in Milton Keynes. MK Dons moved to things like that.
That's quite cool.
But where that really comes into its own as part of the conspiracy theories,
Yeah.
are you aware that Prince William is a solstice baby?
No.
Prince William was born during the summer solstice.
Yeah, his birth was induced, and it was to do the
Oh,
tagline.
I
was-
have, because we
yeah,
talked about this before. Yes.
and
He visited Milton Keynes one time for 3 days over the summer solstice. And he visited that monument and did like a ritual at that monument. It's almost like they are doing this on purpose
Yeah.
at a point.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it looks very pagan. It's all cylinders, circles, and what's the word I'm looking for? Cylinders. And yeah, and Prince William, the solstice baby of the country, did a ritual there over the summer solstice.
Do we think Big Will is in the Illuminati?
I think Big Will is 100% in the Illuminati. I mean, if you pull off his head, lizard underneath, man.
his grandmother was a lizard. No,
Yeah.
you know, like, and I think Meghan Markle is in the Illuminati. Like, you know,
I think Meghan Markle wants to be in the Illuminati.
Yeah, she's trying to get in.
They're not letting Meghan in. That's why Harry had to leave.
she's running interference. I like Meghan. I do.
Because I don't think Harry's in the Illuminati. Because I think Harry's not a lizard. Because he's not full blood.
No, he's not full.
If you believe the rumours.
I do believe the rumors. That's why he's been chasing the States.
And that's why Diana had to die. I'm sure you've covered that on the podcast.
Yes, we
before.
have.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, we have.
Yeah.
Okay,
Loads to do with that.
so misread urban alignment. Some conspiracy theories claim certain roads lead nowhere or loop endlessly to represent some kind of symbolic labyrinth. These loops exist to discourage through traffic and protect residential areas, a common urban planning strategy. Is that true?
Are they upset about cul-de-sacs? Is that what
I don't know
is that what I'm hearing?
I think they're talking about ring roads generally, which I guess do have a purpose.
Well, technically, every road in Milton Keynes is one big ring road because it's a grid
Yeah.
system that all
Yeah,
connects
yeah.
to each other. So they both all go everywhere and all go nowhere.
Yes,
In a
That's what
way.
they're saying. Yeah.
But they all go somewhere eventually.
Only if you turn
Rome,
off.
apparently. That's what I've
Yeah,
been taught
yeah,
over the
yeah,
years. I've not heard that one. That's a new one to me. It seems like very
Keeps the energy in.
Yeah.
Yeah. The grid.
All loops around.
Well, eventually leaving as well.
We of course have the invisible wall that no one can see around the town, which definitely keeps all the energy.
Yeah, well, obviously, yeah.
So Benjamin, the hospital porter, who I mentioned,
Okay.
he whenever he visited, he would just say that Milton Keynes gives off weird vibrations. That was his thing. He could feel them vibrating.
Okay.
From the moment he got off the coach. There's a video of him stepping off a National Express coach. That's my plug for National Express. And he gets off and starts talking about the vibe of Milton Keynes. And this, I think, is where it started for him, because we built a little Stonehenge. Again, we don't help ourselves. we built a little Stonehenge right near our coach
That's
station.
awesome. That's so cool.
And he went and said, "Oh, look at this! It's clearly a sign of that." What he failed to realize was that was part of an art exhibition in Milton Keynes, where we also built a little Eiffel Tower, a little Big Ben, a little all these monuments
Right,
from around
okay,
the world
okay.
in the UK in different parts
But
of
he
the town.
singled out-
But he only saw
Love that. I
because it was
love
right
that.
next. He only saw that, and he's like, "Oh, well, that's clearly." I'm like, "Well, if you've just seen that, I can see how you're jumping to the conclusion." But there were loads.
That's
But-
outstanding
so
editing,
it's
though.
all vibration and energy, and
Yeah.
Milton Keynes just feels weird. He
Yeah.
says.
Well, the only times I've been in Milton Keynes 3 times.
Yeah.
One time when I stayed with my friends.
Yeah.
And the other 2 times is when I was coming back from Edinburgh, and the train didn't go all the way back to London, because why would it do that?
Oh, yeah.
And you had to get a bus to Milton Keynes to get the
yeah,
train back to London. And I remember running for the last train, and if I hadn't got that, I'd have been there for 6 hours. And it was just
You don't want to be in Milton Keynes after dark, David.
I just wanted to be home. It was
solstice.
but that happened twice. So
we don't like the outsiders being there.
no, I felt that.
Well, they've just heard this podcast.
That's when the masks go on and the
Yeah.
sex comes out.
Absolutely.
That's why they've got the eyes wide shut stat.
Exactly, So Campbell Park sculptures, these scattered artworks such as the Light Pyramid or the Circle of Red Trees are occasionally claimed to form a coded message when plotted on a map. These installations were added incrementally by diverse artists over several decades, making any overreaching design code mathematically implausible.
Implausible, but not impossible.
I was thinking that.
I'm not sure what these codes are supposed. I've heard about the codes before. No one's ever really meant to decide what they're meant to say.
Yeah, it doesn't actually say that. I was trying to look for that.
No, I've never been able to work out what. But apparently, yeah, everything we've ever built is supposed to be spelling out a code, which is going to. I think I did hear once it was supposed to be revealing the date of the end of the world.
Cool.
Which again is going to happen in Milton Keynes.
Yeah.
Where, obviously that's where the world will end.
The thing is, we've just put out an episode on the fact the world ended in 2012, so we already know when it ended.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I missed the episode we've just put out.
Yes.
Yeah.
I missed just a parallel timeline.
Oh, cool. Does that mean that our actions no longer have consequences?
No, actions you made in the previous timeline don't have consequences in this timeline.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
Most of my bad shit's been done after 2012.
That's when you really came into your own.
I was a much nicer person before I started comedy.
We all are. Yeah. So historical misconceptions and false associations. Freemasonry in local government. A small number of theorists point to the presence of Freemason lodges in the region as evidence of Illuminati influence. Freemasonry is a widespread and public fraternal organization. The presence of a lodge no more implicates Milton Keynes in a secret world governance than any other British town. I mean, it's true to say there's Freemasonry stuff everywhere, isn't there?
Yeah. But I will say we have like 5 Freemasonry places because we're built around old villages and each one would have their own one. Yeah. But we only have one gay club.
Okay.
So something about that ratio is very weird.
Yeah, that is a bit weird.
Because Freemasons, as we all know, are all gay.
Yeah.
You're telling me that what goes on in there isn't gay as shit.
It is pretty gay, isn't it? And
by the way, for those watching, I'm bisexual. I don't think it's come up on this, but I can say things. But the whole boys club thing. And we also got loads of conservative clubs in Milton Keynes and loads of Labour clubs. It's very weird because it was at one stage the youngest population in the UK,
right?
But because everyone moved there from commuter towns.
Yeah.
But now that all those people have aged up, so it's now getting towards being one of the older populations.
I never thought about that from political stance because it is such a new town. You haven't got that generational political history applied to it, have you? So you've got like the early 19th century and then their grandparents and their grandparents and their grandparents.
So my generation is sort of the first generation that really grew up there.
Yeah.
So I don't think people don't have a strong connection to it. It's like we don't really have an accent.
Yeah.
Like it's like there's what's called a Milton Keynes accent, which is this almost faux American kind of thing. We're more influenced by American TV than we were other accents in a weird way.
Yeah.
But it's just there's definitely something in the aging of it that maybe makes the Illuminati thing more valuable now as well, because the older we get, the more we're going towards that, I think.
Yeah. Creating your own history.
Yeah.
Yes. Like it. Cold War espionage sites. Milton Keynes lies not far from Bletchley Park, which I think is what you mentioned, which was home to secretive wartime operations. Some conspiracy narratives mistakenly conflate Bletchley's historical secrecy with the creation of Milton Keynes, implying that the town was established as a continuation of a clandestine intelligence work.
Yeah, so secret that they've made multiple Hollywood films about what went down there, starring Benedict Cumberbatch as Alan Turing. We broke the Enigma code. It's 100% true. There was a clandestine military site in Milton Keynes.
Yeah.
But it's very famously and well known. There's a museum there talking about it now. Whether the entire town is part of that, maybe we are secretly protecting the entire United Kingdom.
But that's the case with cities and places all over the world, right? Yeah. It's just that Milton Keynes thought, well, we might as well put some sort of museum dedicated to it because it's something to do.
I think it's historically weird as well, because obviously Bletchley Park predates Milton Keynes. Yeah. So Bletchley was one of the 5 original villages that Milton Keynes was built around to merge it into a town. So Bletchley, the history doesn't connect at all. Some people that live in Bletchley don't like being told they're part of Milton Keynes. But those who live in Bletchley, Newport Pagnell, Wolverton, you are part of Milton Keynes whether you like to be or not.
Yeah, suck it up, bitches.
You don't live in a village because you're surrounded by an entire city.
What are the other 2? You only mentioned 3 there.
One called Milton Keynes and Stony Stratford.
Oh, so Milton Keynes is an old name?
So Milton Keynes we took the name Milton Keynes from the original village of Milton Keynes.
I was not aware of that.
So some of the other buildings, so the shopping centres as cathedrals of commerce. The Centre MK, one of the UK's largest shopping complexes, is sometimes compared to a cathedral due to its length, skylights, and modular design. Conspiracy theorists reframe this as evidence of ritual architecture, although it's simply an example of 1970s retail modernism.
I don't know about you, but every cathedral I've been in has had a Clark's shoes and a Burger King.
Yeah. It would improve some of them.
Not related to the conspiracy, but I love it. So basically, Milton Keynes is one of those places that doesn't have any independent stores because everything's just a chain store because of when it was built. We had one independent sports shop in that place called Cyclo Sports. It was owned by an old Greek man, and he was fantastic. All the local football teams used to get their football kits from Cyclo Sports, and it survived. It never had to go under until he retired. And the day he retired, everyone threw a massive party outside Cyclo Sports. he had beaten commerce. He had if anything, he was, maybe that's true because it was that whole movie was a cathedral commerce, and he was the last standout, and he never went away, and we loved that man.
That is actually a beautiful story.
Yeah.
That's a film.
I didn't go. I was busy.
Yeah. You don't give a fuck. You moved.
Yeah, I'm not going back, am I? Fuck that shit. I live in London now. My life is better.
You tell him.
Take that, Illuminati.
Modern sculptures such as Octo, Chain Reaction, or the Tree Cathedral are occasionally interpreted as cryptic symbols. The absence of explanatory plaques sometimes invites imaginative reinterpretation, illustrating how ambiguity fuels myth-making.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird statues and we never say what they're about. But the continuation is basically a figure eight. It's like a vertical infinity sign. It's actually it's very nice. It's surrounded by a nice little placid bit of water.
Yeah.
But again, there's no plaque. It doesn't say who the artist is, what it's there for, or why we've done it. And I think you're right. That is why people get very confused by our artwork.
But again, I like because I feel like that is the city leaning into it. They're like, should we tell them what it's about? No. Let's leave it ambiguous.
Well, if you explain artwork, then you're not.
I agree with that.
You've got to interpret it yourself. You
Yes.
you see your own thing. So I always wince when I see someone looking at the little description in a museum of what the artwork means. What do you feel?
It's like when you get too much exposition in the film. You're like, okay, just stop hammering me over the head with it. Like, I get it.
Yeah, modern cinema.
Yeah.
I think it's a great example of Milton Keynes as well. We don't explain ourselves or our actions. We don't apologise for that. We will steal your football club.
Yes,
we will steal your Enigma code breaking, and you will just lie there and take it like the little bitches that you are. Because Milton Keynes is running the world.
So grid squares are cells. The town's subdivision into grid squares meant for coherent neighborhood planning is occasionally portrayed as a symbolic of control, almost like cells in the Matrix. This reinterpretation reflects anxieties about technocratic urbanism rather than any secret society's influence.
I mean, I'm not sure what to do with that. All the little cells have their own names as well. They're like towns within towns. I grew up in one called Bradwell Common.
Nice.
Or as I used to call it, Badwell Common.
How were these things named? Was it just...
some of them take names from original villages. Some of them take names from surrounding places. But they're usually named after roads that sort of exist in the area.
Okay.
Unfortunately, nothing that exciting or funny about that one.
Yeah, not much to go with that, is there? Okay, fair enough. So internet age amplification. Some conspiracy theorists overlay maps of Milton Keynes with triangles, pentagrams, or numerical grids to reveal hidden patterns. These patterns are creative by selectively connecting points, a method flexible enough to prove almost any desired symbol.
Yeah, I mean, if you arbitrarily draw on the map, you can do what you want with that.
It's kind of true, isn't it? Any truth in that?
Well, the Outback Steakhouse in the United States, you can plot a 5-pointed star with all of them in Texas.
Okay.
Is that by design?
Yeah. Well, it would be pretty weird if it wasn't. So that sort of thing happens all the time.
Have you been to an Outback Steakhouse?
I am aware of it. No.
Is that because you fear it's because of the pentagram?
No, it's not really a place I'd go to.
Your religious upbringing conflicts with your love of steak.
I do a lot of things that conflict with my religious upbringing, but there are little esoteric things that happen all the time, and why wouldn't it be in a big city?
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that we're a big city now as well. We were a town for so long.
You're a city now, aren't you?
We're a city now.
Why are you a city now? What was the...
We should have been before that. For some reason, there was a big holdout for it, but our population is bigger than most cities in the UK.
Okay.
We just got a bit too big to not be a city anymore, essentially. Because the people always used to say we didn't have a cathedral, but that's literally not been a law since like the late 19th century.
Yeah, I always wonder about that.
People always quote it as, you have to have a cathedral. No, you don't.
Because like St David's in Wales has got a cathedral and there's like 5 people living in it, and it's a city. It's mental.
I think that, but at a time, I think that was a thing. If you built a cathedral, you're sort of automatically a city. But no, it's
well, you got the shopping centre, which is a cathedral, as we know. So
the Cathedral of Commerce.
Yeah. Yes. So it's almost the same.
Yeah.
I mean, the one of the big things that I was drummed into me growing up is that Belfast has 2 cathedrals, and that's a big deal. Apparently,
Which one was the better cathedral?
I don't remember what they're called. No, I've been to both of them. I've been to services in both, but it's just it's all nonsense.
And what would you say is the best religion?
Oh, Catholicism. Absolutely. There's all the dress up. It's just more fun.
That's
like,
true.
Like you
It's
go
very
to
camp.
Yeah, right. You go to a Protestant church, whatever it is, and it's always like, oh, you're going to burn in hell. Well, Catholics believe that, but we dress up first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's lovely.
I like the Quakers.
I like the Quakers. I like
Yeah.
the Quakers.
I went to a Quaker funeral once. It was the most fun funeral I've ever been to because people we sat around in a circle, the coffee was in the middle, and like random people just get up and just say stories about the person that died, and that's it.
It's lovely.
I assume they weren't random people, Phil. I'm assuming they were somehow related to the deceased.
You're right. In fairness, it wasn't just a random selection of people that wanted it. Yeah, but I thought it was really
Could have
nice.
been.
It could have been. Why not? Why not?
That would be a fantastic funeral to have. Just
Right, great.
just random people.
make up stories.
People that knew you, but not people that you'd selected to be. So it could be your enemies as well that could come.
Just bitching about what a prick you were.
Like Pete Wilkerman, the chairman of MK Dons, having all the Wimbledon fans coming in. This guy's a cunt.
Yeah, they would do that as well. Pop culture and the rise of Illuminati lore. From the 1980s music videos to internet era memes, the Illuminati has become a catch-all explanation for perceived hidden power structures. Tales like Milton Keynes being distinctive and highly desired easily become targets for such narratives. It is an easy target, isn't it?
We're made fun of quite a lot in every.
Yes, you are.
We are one of the most mocked towns in. Like there was, I can't remember her name. There was a French singer who had a song called "Mars Is No Fun," and there's a lyric, and she's a French woman. There's no reason for her to come at us.
Yeah,
and she's just like, Mars,
I love even the French are getting involved.
Mars is as boring and barren as the shopping centres of Milton Keynes. She's like, fuck you, bitch. But also, you like, they mentioned us. Nice.
That's
There's no such thing as bad publicity.
So, do you want to know some other examples of cities associated with the Illuminati or built by the Illuminati? So, you mentioned Washington.
Yes.
Big one. Okay. So, Pierre L'Enfant's street grid includes diagonal avenues that intersect to form star-like shapes. The Washington Monument, Capitol Dome, and Masonic Temple are interpreted as coded symbols. And several founding fathers were Freemasons, which fuels speculation.
Yeah.
So that's Washington.
That's Washington. Brasilia in Brazil. City's aerial shape is often compared to a bird, plane, or bow. Hides occult symbols. Buildings such as the National Congress resemble Masonic or esoteric architecture. And the city was designed as a utopian capital for a technocratic elite.
Yeah. But loads of cities are. Like
They are.
Yeah. You know.
I mean, the Freemasons had a lot to do with the building of most cities, didn't they?
I mean, it feels like it's called masonry.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Changes the name, isn't it? You think you'd get them involved.
Yeah, it feels like everything is an Illuminati symbol, though. If you want it to be,
You want it to be,
we've had circles, squares, domes, sort of triangles, stars.
Yeah.
What shape isn't Illuminati? The octagon, or is the UFC
No, the
inherently?
octagon is.
The octagon is as well?
Yeah, it's symbolic.
How about a dodecahedron?
Oh, I don't know about that now. But definitely an octagon.
But everything can have some symbolism. You can always find a way to link it, can't you?
Because then you can just tie it into, like, the say it for me.
Dodecahedron.
Dodecahedron. Like that's numerically numbers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, number 23, whatever.
12.
Paris is also one, apparently.
Eiffel Tower's very masonry, isn't it?
Very, yeah. So the Axe Historique, a straight line from the Louvre through the Arc de Triomphe, is sometimes claimed to be an esoteric alignment. Baron Haussmann's 19th century redesign is portrayed as a form of authoritarian urban control, and the Pyramid of the Louvre attracts claims of hidden symbolism due to its shape and location. I mean, that's a big one.
I mean, it's classic Baron Haussmann, to be fair. Isn't it? I mean,
It is.
As long as you've got no further questions on who Baron Haussmann is, or why it's classic Baron Haussmann. That is classic Baron Haussmann.
We do some research, not a lot. Yeah. I mean, the Louvre is kind of. I can see that being very Illuminati.
Well, I mean, the glass pyramid at the Louvre. I mean, it blocks sight lines. It's hideous. It was absolutely a Freemason swing and a miss.
Yeah.
And that's why it's
and the Parisians hated it, didn't they?
Yeah, and with good cause.
Yeah.
Like the Louvre is a beautiful building, and they went, "Hey, let's not look at it." And it's a glass pyramid. You can see through. You can't. It's awful.
Yeah, but the Parisians hate everything.
Yeah, they do. That's true.
Well, they're
Parisians
French.
hate Parisians.
Well, yeah. Have you met a Parisian? No, that's horrible.
I don't know if I ever have met a Parisian.
Yeah, they pretty much hate everyone, everything.
One of my happiest times was I was in Paris for like an hour, and I went and got coffee, and I went outside the station and I saw something of Paris and went back in and got the train. It was ridiculous.
I've seen that ticked.
Yes, yeah. And I've wanted to go back to Paris for ages, and I could never afford it. I want to do Eurostar. You see, that's what I want.
Do you count that as visiting Paris?
No.
Like, if you have a layover on a plane, does that count as visiting that country?
Well, it depends how long. I think it's how much time there is.
Because I had a fag in Rome on the way.
Yeah, you've been to Rome?
I have now been to Rome since then, but I was like, is this my second time in Rome?
Yeah.
Or is the cigarette I had
Does
outside
it
the
count?
airport count as?
If somebody got off the train at Milton Keynes for half an hour, saw a cow and got back on, would they see Milton Keynes?
Then I've been to Milton Keynes 3 times.
There you go.
They do well to make it to the cow in half an hour and get back for the train. Know your geography, mate. Come on.
So Dubai, Dubai's rapid transformation and iconic skyscraper have inspired claims about, the Burj Khalifa as a monument of global elites, artificial islands forming symbolic shapes when viewed from above, the entire city being a futuristic experiment in technocracy. Technocracy. I can't say that word. That word.
I mean, if anyone's built by the Illuminati, it's Dubai.
Yeah, I absolutely think it would be. Yeah.
There's slaves there, and it's all okay, and it's they keep getting influencers to come out, and we'll go out to Dubai if they pay for it.
Oh yeah, we will.
They keep getting influencers to go out there and go, "Hey, look, it's a cool city." I'm going, like, it's a city built in blood.
I'd have done the Riyadh Comedy Festival if asked.
I really enjoyed the amount of comedians protesting about it.
I know that's a different thing, but but I just feel like we were gleaning onto that. If you do it again next year, I'm
Mark's available.
Like, for the right price, I will do most things.
Well, they'll probably keep on doing, because that's what they're trying to get it established. That's why there's a Louvre in Dubai. That's why they're doing all this, because
they also have the glass pyramid there.
Oh yeah, there's loads. Dubai is loads of esoteric stuff.
Good. If you're also scoping out a joint to rob as well.
Yeah.
Glass pyramid, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
Is this true? I heard that the reason they were able to get the password to the Louvre is because the password to the Louvre was the word Louvre.
yeah. So it's something like that, or Louvre 1, 2, 3. It's something
can't
really.
be true.
Yeah, no, I think it was.
I think it is.
It was really basic.
I'm saying that knowing from every workplace I've ever worked in, knowing what passwords were for certain things.
Yeah.
Like code bases at companies
Yeah.
I've worked for. Not this was like, say Homebase was like Homebase 1, 2, 3.
I think you forget how inept a lot of institutions are.
Yeah.
Just general security.
Yeah.
Canberra in Australia, Australia's capital, has a master planned layout designed with geometry and symmetry, leading to its claims that its circular road system encodes Masonic symbolism. The alignment of Parliament House and other landmarks represent hidden messages. The city's remote location was chosen by secret political elites.
I think I'm right in saying that Milton Keynes was at some point twinned with Canberra.
Yeah,
as well.
the thing is, I mean, it's kind of similar in a sense because they're sort of similar era, both new towns. Yeah.
And now we know why.
Yeah, we do.
The Illuminati towns all over the world.
Absolutely. Pyongyang in North Korea, its monumental architecture and controlled urban environment have generated claims about symbolic messages encoded in the city's grand boulevards. The pyramid-shaped, I can't pronounce this, Ryongyong Hotel, representing occult design, and the city built as a theatre for political symbolism.
If there's any country I'm convinced is not in the Illuminati,
It's North Korea.
North Korea have not been invited to that party.
Of all the things they're up to, that seems like the least concerning thing about North Korea.
Should we bring North Korea on?
Fine. Let them do their own thing. Or not, maybe. Okay, so the theory that Milton Keynes was built by the Illuminati reflects not historical reality, but modern anxieties about authority, urban design, and the opaque nature of state planning. It is a testament to how people assign meaning to unfamiliar structures and how conspiracy theories provide seemingly coherent narratives amid complexity. While the Illuminati's involvement is a fiction projection, the popularity of the idea exposes deeper questions about how societies perceive power, architecture, and the built environment. Ultimately, the fascination with such theories tells us far more about human psychology and the culture of myth-making than it does about Milton Keynes itself. So, Mark,
Yeah.
was Milton Keynes built by the Illuminati?
I am not allowed to say yes. No, I don't believe it was, but I think that we are now having quite a good time playing with that, and I think some of the stuff we're doing is very intentionally trolling at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's definitely the line you would say if you were trying to deflect.
It absolutely is.
Truth, but yeah.
It just felt like one long sales pitch this hour. David.
Until this episode of the show, I would have said no, but yes, absolutely built by the Illuminati.
I'm fucking convinced as well.
Mark completely
is a
convinced me.
walking testament to it. They're all in on it. It's incredible.
Absolutely.
If Milton Keynes was built by the Illuminati, and
Yeah.
I am sadly the most famous comedian from Milton Keynes,
Yeah.
would I not be more successful? Can I please be more successful?
But you see that maybe they want you to go under the radar. That's the point, right? You're influencing under the radar.
You have more integrity being under the radar.
Who am I influencing?
You get into
wrestling nerds
rings,
in their fucking rooms.
Roast battles.
Those guys have no power.
Some of them do.
The only power they've got is the ones their parents pay for. Alienating my whole fan base. There you go.
Would you like to look into this camera and tell people where they can find you? Where they can follow you?
You can find me all over the UK doing comedy. You can follow me at Mark Cram Comedy on Instagram. That's pretty much the only social media I have now because Twitter is dead and I haven't adopted any of the new ones. You can find me hosting Roast Battle pretty much every time that's on. You can follow Laugh Out Proud Comedy for queer comedy events all over the UK.
Nicely done. Tell you where you can't find him. Fucking Milton Keynes. Would you like an Illuminati joke to end the podcast?
Go on.
The first rule of the Illuminati is you don't talk about the Illuminati. The second rule is that we already knew you were going to read this.
Is that written by you? Or?
Nope.
No, the crap jokes are never written by
No, of course not. I can't write crap jokes. That's the end of the podcast. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Please give us a little 5-star rating wherever you get your podcasts. And if you'd like to help support us further, why not check out patreon.com/BelievePod for exclusive episodes, early access, and ad-free listening. Remember, we love you.